where do the lessons start for you? Like, what have you learned about yourself and really your Leaf team as you've gone through some of these things now? And
Yeah.
what advice do you give to, young players that are going through certain scenarios, down seasons, serious injury?
Yeah, that's a big question there. There's a lot of parts to that. I think from a personal aspect and from a hockey standpoint, I think that something that really helped me was having outside interests, having things that I could do outside of hockey, not just being a hockey player. When you have something that you're so consumed in already, when it's your whole life and it's not going as you expect, it can almost weigh on you in a sense that I'm not achieving my like outside of hockey, like I'm not personally succeeding, where that it shouldn't feel like that. Hockey is something that you love to do. Hockey is something that I love to do. Hockey is something that it's my job, but it's not all encompassing. It shouldn't be all encompassing. You should have other things that can propel you and that can make you feel good about yourself and that you love to do. And it doesn't even have to be from a business standpoint. It can be from a personal standpoint. If you like to play an instrument and it gives you joy and you like doing that, then go do that. If you like to play video games, go do that. If you like to read books, if you like to learn, if you want to learn another language, go do that. Do things outside of hockey that you can find enjoyment out of. I think that that's something that I really learned in college. I enjoyed going to class. I took classes. I enjoyed, doing well in school and succeeding in school. And that alleviated some pressure. Whereas, hockey wasn't, my entire life. It was something that I really wanted to do. I really wanted to make the NHL. It was, my biggest dream. But I can only control what I can control. I can control how hard I work. I can control my attitude that I bring to the rink, and I can control how present I am in the moment. And those are the three things that I told myself. I may not make the NHL. Like I'm going to do all these three things. Like I'm going to work my bag off. I'm going to bring a positive attitude and be positive around my teammates. Nobody likes to be around somebody who's always bringing them down and negative. And I'm going to do those two things, and I'm going to be present in the moment. And if hockey works out for me, then that's great, and I'm going to give myself every opportunity in the world to make that happen. But you know what? Sometimes it's for not everybody's going to make the NHL, right? Like it's just not in the cards for everybody. But for me, I knew that if that wasn't the case, I was going to be okay because I had other things that I wanted to do, I had other things that I like to do, and I think that that's really, really important. So for me, I worked my bag off. I had a positive attitude. And I kept getting better because of those two things. I kept improving. I kept working out. I kept, getting stronger. I kept getting faster. And I figured out, how I was going to be an effective player in the NHL. And it ended up working out for me. And that's, awesome. And I couldn't be happier, obviously, because I'm doing what I love. But at the same time, if it didn't, and if it didn't go my way and I didn't get, maybe some of the bounces and it just didn't, I would be okay because I would have other things that I like to do, and I would still be around the game of hockey, and I'd want to go into management or coaching or whatever, and still do other things. But I think that the most important thing is that you realize that you have to give yourself every opportunity to be able to do something. You have to work as hard as you can, and sometimes it doesn't work out, but sometimes it does, right?